Michael Chavello ringside with Mark the Hammer Castanini, and making his way to the ring is the man they call Mr. Lean and Mr. Mean, Perth's Muay Thai star John Myles. He recently returned from a fight in Bangkok where he shocked all of Asia, demolishing his Thai opponents on national television. Now, if he can defeat Amir Shafipour here tonight, John Myles will become a virtual household name in kickboxing overnight. And here comes the man they call the Prince, Amir Shafipour. This superstar of Australian kickboxing has fought all over the world, including Sweden, Hong Kong, Lebanon, Denmark and Thailand. He remains undefeated in Australia, and I dare say he will be in for one of his toughest fights yet when he squares up against John Myles here tonight at the Melbourne Town Hall, where you can cut the atmosphere with a knife.
Well, as we've said in the past, Michael, about Amir Shafipour, he served and fought in the front line during the Iran-Iraq war. So he's seen the atrocities of war, he's seen the battle, and he says that nothing scares him anymore after witnessing the sights of war. But I'm sure that the boy from Perth, John Myles, very quiet man, but one that's certainly here to do business, is hoping that he can put some fear into the heart of Amir Shafipour.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the site where legends are made, and to a crowd of a sellout crowd of 2,500 people and the millions joining us around the world, it's showtime. Let's get ready to rumble with our main event. Ladies and gentlemen, occupying the blue corner, he comes from Whitford, Western Australia, the WMTC champion with a record of 23 bouts, 21 wins, 2 draws, unbeaten, wearing Muay Thai trunks of skull bones, white, red and black, with his mentor, Muay Thai pioneer in Western Australia, from Mardi. Would you welcome John Myles? In the red corner, a man who's captured the imagination not only of Sweden, Iran, Thailand and Australia, but as Tarek Solik said, the Great Western Forum in the United States of America. He brings in a record of 53 bouts, 45 wins, 2 draws, 6 losses and 21 big wins coming by way of knockout. Dubbed the Persian Prince and the Iran Invader, fresh back from the United States, dual world champion. Would you welcome Amir Shafipour? Popping for a crazy joint colours of gold, red and green. Michael Roberts.
As we get final instructions by Dave Hedgecock, the head referee.
Okay, guys, I've spoken to both in the rooms. You're well aware of the rules. In case of a knockdown, you must go to the furthest neutral corner before I start counting. If I ask for a break, I want a good, clean break. Listen to what I ask for, or we should have a good, clean fight. Shake hands.
Dave Hedgecock.
Enough of the formalities, let's get it on.
Instructions, the stare down, Mark the Hammer, I love it. See the look of intensity on the face of John Myles. He's here for business.
Well, it's been a while, Michael, since I've seen a fighter as focused as John Myles. Let's just hope that he can back it up. The background also in Taekwondo as a 14-year-old. He should have a good kicking ability. And of course, with his now honed-in Muay Thai boxing skills, you can bet that he's going to be very proficient when it comes to the grappling and the kneeing techniques. Having just returned from Thailand, he's going to be razor sharp, and hopefully he'll take it right up to Amir Shafipour.
Michael Chavello with Mark Castanini. We're ready to rumble in the first round of action. John Myles out of the blue corner, Amir Shafipour out of the red corner. Talking to Myles earlier on this week, says he's done his homework on Amir Shafipour and believes he's discovered some flaws in the Prince's fight game, especially in the grappling situation. So we'll see if he exposes those flaws here tonight. Shafipour has been in hard training at the Braveheart gym. Sustained a bruise to the bridge of his nose in sparring a couple of weeks ago. Let's hope that doesn't open up here tonight. And John Myles immediately tying Shafipour up and trying to work those knees early on.
Well, Myles is certainly showing that he's quite proficient in the kneeing department even at this early stage. He's locking on to Amir, and certainly going to work with those round and lead up knees to the midsection and the ribs.
The first of 5 rounds of action. Modified Thai rules. Your third man in centre ring, the Rock, Dave Hedgecock. Myles just leading you with the left hook. Shafipour trying to dump him to the canvas.
Well, Shafipour, after fighting on those Drakkar shows in the United States at the Lakers Stadium, of course in Drakkar they score throws and takedowns quite highly, so Shafipour will be trying to execute probably some of those here tonight.
Break, step back. Watch the head. You do that again, I will take a point off you.
John Myles, a man whose family is rich in fighting tradition. His great-grandfather, actually I should say his grandfather, was a boxer during the Depression years, having over 200 professional fights in Sydney. And John Myles carrying on the proud tradition of the Myles fighting name in the sport of Muay Thai. It's a little-known fact that Amir Shafipour was actually a very fine amateur boxer over in Sweden before he started kickboxing and Muay Thai. And it's also a little-known fact that John Myles, who is originally from Queensland, won the Queensland Amateur Boxing League title and the Queensland Golden Gloves Award in 1991 before he moved to Perth.
Well, Myles is certainly one tough customer. We're told his last fight in Thailand, he received 14 elbows to the head, but he came back from that and chalked up a victory over there, gaining a lot of respect from the Thais. So I think 1 elbow is enough, but 14 and he came back. That is certainly a testament of his courage.
Both men exhibiting some fine grappling skills at the moment. Myles trying to work the ribs of Shafipour. A couple of times Amir's tried to line up his head with the knee, but hasn't quite found the mark.
Let go of each other. Watch the head.
Shafipour just dropping that right rib.
You do that again, I'll
That right punch for the rib, the end of the first round, Mark. I like what I'm seeing so far.
Well, Myles is focused. Referee Dave Hedgecock reprimanding Myles for a head clash. But often, especially with the fighter with the bald head, it may appear it's something intentional when it may not be. So Myles certainly taking it up to Shafipour, working hard.
Well, you can see Tarek Solak there talking to Dave Hedgecock. Amir has sustained a cut to the left eyebrow right at the end of that round.
Well, it's a bit of a cut.
If he's going to do that, I want to stop the fight.
Tarek Solak there, just demonstrating with Dave Hedgecock. He's not happy about the head clashing, but it's grappling, it's Muay Thai. The heads are going to be thrown around in the grapple, and that is going to happen. Let's just keep it in perspective. Having a look at the stats sheet, Myles 13 punches to Amir 6. So Myles having a much higher strike rate there, and just having a look at the grappling with the knee strikes, Amir Shafipour 10 clean strikes, John Myles an astounding 22 knee strikes to the body and legs.
Because of this injury, the doctor is assessing that eye.
If you headbutt one more time, I will disqualify you instantly. Understand? Okay.
Another warning there from referee Dave Hedgecock. We're ready to rumble in the second round of action. Shafipour against Myles. The silent psycho against the Prince of Persia. They tie up immediately. Shafipour launching that high right round kick. It was that round kick to the ribs we saw him use to good effect in his victories over Chris Allen and Michael Kenner last year here on Fox Sports. And if Myles has done his homework, as he says he has, he'll know to watch out for that right leg rib kick. Myles, a former Australian welterweight champion, won the title in 1995 against Victoria's Brendan Maguire.
Well, there's Amir throwing his head in himself. So what's good for one is good for the other, I suppose. But when a fight comes down to that level, you shouldn't complain. If heads are being thrown, got to guard up. Let's just get back to basics.
Interesting note there, Amir trying to get some distance between them, force his way out of the grappling situation. Now he ties Myles up, trying for a leaping right knee to the jaw.
Step back.
Didn't quite find the mark for the Prince. Myles goes downstairs with a leg kick, tries to take his head up with the left hand. Shafipour, a slick operator, a very good mover. They tangle over in the blue corner. Myles working away at the right side ribs of Amir Shafipour with those knees. And you can see the reddened area to the ribs of John Myles from where Shafipour has already worked the right round kick and the knee so far.
Well, Shafipour, smart fighting there, tried to take Myles' lead leg out, off balance him and then work up high. And Myles quickly recovering.
There's the high right round kick by Shafipour. Luckily for Myles, he was well guarded up against it. Amir leads in with the left hand. A lot of grappling in this contest. We remember when Shafipour fought Kenner last year on Fox Sports, he didn't grapple hardly at all, instead opting for a kickboxing contest.
Well, Shafipour trying not to be predictable, which is a mark of a smart fighter.
There's the high right round kick again to the side of the head of John Myles. Myles trying to get the right knee up to the jaw.
Bringing it right up there, but just slightly off target. Myles going to work, getting the advantage with the grapple. Shafipour's hands are on the outside.
Step back.
Now Myles releasing his grapple. Myles has a cut cheek. Blood just starting to trickle a little from there.
Round 2.
End of the second round of action. Mark the hammer. This is turning into an intriguing contest.
Well, it certainly is. It's a battle of wits and a battle of skill. Both fighters very intelligent when it comes to the fight game. Shafipour quite experienced. Myles somewhat the young gun, but nevertheless he's taking it right up to Shafipour. Here we see the fighters trading a grapple, not coming off. Shafipour just angling off and landing that rear round kick. That's certainly one of Shafipour's hidden weapons, is that he can bring a roundhouse kick straight up over your guard. Fighters go into the grapple, and there you see Myles' leg coming up quite high on Shafipour, but not landing and not hitting a clean target as the fighters lock up and just go to rope.
Mark, it looked like John Myles kept pretty busy with the knees in that round.
Well, he certainly did. Looking at the stats, Shafipour, 3 clean connecting knees. Myles, 23.
Deciding third round.
Okay. Try to kick him out so you don't want to grab you. Just hold him, relax. Don't fight with him. You relax. Let him okay?
So I've got a fresh cotton blood to swap them over now.
Hold on, shoulder over.
Put it straight on.
Moment, rub his arms. Rub the muscles on the arms.
Don't rub them too much so that the attack can't hold still.
Rub the arms. Just try not to move him too much.
Okay.
Don't worry, you're okay.
Just before the...
Seconds out, round 3.
Well, Mark, we panned into the corner of Amir Shafipour during the break there. What did you make of what Tarek was saying to him?
Well, they're basically just working the cut. That has to be their number one priority. And trying to rustle up some life into those arms, because once you get kneed and kicked on your arms, your biceps and triceps do get a little sore and fatigued. But Myles going back into it now. Almost coming out of the ropes.
Wipe your gloves.
In that last round, he certainly had the advantage, throwing 20 more connecting knees than Shafipour, mostly to the inside guy. But certainly Myles, very proficient in the kneeing department and grappling. And that was, I believe, his game plan, and he's sticking to that quite well.
That is true. They said they'd found a flaw in Amir Shafipour's game plan, and it was in the grappling situation. There's a nice side kick, front kick by Amir off the lead leg. Comes over the top with the right hand.
You've got to admire Amir's flexibility and kicking ability. Can combine it well. Fires out the side kicks and the round kicks at will.
John Myles doing an extremely good job so far, but he doesn't want to get too confident. We work in a matter of milliseconds. He drops his guard for one moment. You can bet that the Prince will put him away.
I'm watching.
Amir lining up the high right round kick. Fires out an inside leg kick. Myles ties him up. Inside leg kick of his own there from the WA fighter.
Myles landing a good solid thigh kick there to Amir. Going into the grapple once again.
Come on.
Amir tried to line up his jaw with the big right hand. There's the high right round kick. Myles trying to catch the leg, perhaps to sweep out the supporting leg, but didn't quite come off for him.
Fight on!
And that is actually a technique which Amir Shafipour favoured in his fight against Chris Allen, especially in the last round, clocked up a number of points with it.
Well, Shafipour certainly has the advantage when it comes to the boxing and the somewhat the high kicking. But Myles comes back with a high kick of his own, and he's showing superiority in the grappling department. How it all evens out, only the distance will tell. But at this stage, both fighters are putting a mammoth effort and working quite technically good.
Well, incredible intensity surrounding this fight so far. We've got about another 45 seconds left in this round. Amir just driving the left knee into the midsection of John Myles. Myles trying to move in and tie him up. Works in the short right uppercut on the inside. Myles must be careful not to drop his head into the knee of Amir Shafipour. Amir trying to drag his head down and just launch a knee to the jaw.
Well, Myles has a slight reach and height advantage over Amir, but Amir certainly doing well not to let that do too much damage.
Myles just connects there, the short right uppercut again.
Watch the head.
One from Amir, almost lifted Myles off his feet.
John Myles certainly knows he's been in the fight. Amir Shafipour, he's a hard man of Thai boxing.
Right.
End of the action in that round again, Mark. What a torrid bout we're seeing.
Well, it's getting close. It's going down to the wire, although in that round I like Amir's work late. He's working quite cleanly, placing his punches well, but Myles also putting in some good uppercuts, not getting the grapple on as much as he would have liked, and therefore probably not giving away as many knees as he would like. In that round, only 3 clean knees coming from Myles as opposed to 1 from Amir. Having a look at the punching, resorted to a little punching contest, 14 clean strikes to Amir as opposed to 13 below the waist kicks, leg kicks, 5 to Amir, 8 to Myles. High kicks, we look at 7 to Amir Shafipour and 5 to John Myles. So Amir slowly pegging it back and coming goods.
Excuse me.
There we see Amir power in with a leg kick just off cue. Myles quickly there to take advantage, but losing his footing and balance also, falling into the ropes. Getting himself back through the ropes again, having a little a laugh to himself, I suppose. No harm done. So here we see Tarek Solak just priming his fighter for the next round.
Stop, box. Use your leg and get close to me. Just right your feet. Got it.
Knee up.
Okay, you walk in there like this.
Seconds out.
There we see Ponmardi. Some advice to John Myles to get in close at knee. And probably not box as much. Don't let it result to a boxing contest.
Stay in the corner. Okay, let's fight.
We rumble into the 4th round. It's been a great fight so far. Unofficially, I might go the first 2 to John Myles and the last one to Amir. And there's that rib tracking right round kick. And again from Shafipour. Shafipour certainly loading up the heavy artillery.
Well, Shafipour certainly found his second wind. He's a little bit lighter on his feet. And moving well. Reeved the hook well there. Excellent anticipation, Amir Shafipour.
Nice round kick to the ribs there, off the left leg by John Myles.
You see Amir there just shove Myles away once he tried to get in from the grapple. Usually the grapple will come after a flurry of punches when the fighters are in that range.
Amir just probing away with that jab yet again. Trying to work out his distance. Goes downstairs, lead leg. Working it away on John Myles. Nice front kick. Myles needs to keep the momentum going. He did well in the first 2 rounds. Shafipour came back in the 3rd, took the 3rd round. And this one pretty even so far. We're a minute and 20 gone.
Well, it's come down to a kickboxing fight now. You won't see much grappling on Ning, which is somewhat unfortunate. Myles is not getting the opportunity to get in and grapple with Amir, which was his main advantage.
Yes,
and that is where Amir has launched his comeback. On that fact,
Watch
you see
that
Myles
head.
just hop in there with the lead knee.
Okay, break.
Amir's
Step back,
midsection.
step back, step back. Right on.
Referee Dave Hitchcock breaks the fighters.
Yes, excellent call there, Mark. It's not the game plan of John Myles to fight a
Watch the
kickboxing
head. Get
fight.
the head out from under there. Come on.
This is where he wants to be, in the tied-up grappling situation and working those knees to the ribs, and hopefully if he can get it up there to the head.
But a credit to Amir, he's picked Myles' game plan and now trying to break off and fight the fight from range.
Myles traps the leg. Amir working that knee to the side of the head. John Myles forced to cover up. Amir's got him in trouble against the ropes. John Myles just smiling at him. And you'll find Thai fighters will do that as a means of psyching out their opponent. You'll hit them with all you've got and they'll just keep on coming back and smiling at you. Big overhand right by Amir over in the blue corner.
Oh, John Myles being pushed to the limit. Amir, he's finding his second win.
20 seconds to go in this round. It's another strong round for the Prince.
Disqualified. No elbow. You use the elbow, disqualified.
And that was a disqualification.
Disqualified.
Myles
Well,
threw an
controversial
elbow.
end.
Well, it wasn't controversial. Myles threw an elbow.
Second round, no.
I feel he's used his warnings to the headbutt.
Well, Mark the Hammer, I'll tell you what, to end the fight like that, an elbow from John Myles and it's called off. It's disqualification.
No elbows, I'm sorry.
We'll have a look at it on the replay. See Myles in the spot of bother here. Amir's got him bailed up in the corner. Myles covers, weaves the punches. They go in for the grapple, slips the grapple. And this is where you'll see Myles go to work with the knees. Amir will break off and the elbow will come in through. There you see it. There you see Myles executing the elbow to Amir's chin. Amir totally stunned by that technique. The fight is not with elbows. And how unfortunate, but I feel that's a result of Myles just being pushed to the limit and him just resorting to instinct, coming back and throwing an elbow. How unfortunate. Not the way you want to see a fight end, but nevertheless, what a great battle, what a great fight from both of these ring warriors.
Well, a fantastic fight it was, Mark, indeed, by John Myles. He took it all the way up to Amir Shafipour. Perhaps like no one has taken it up to him yet here in Australia. But John, as you said, pushed to the limit. It was a good call and forced his way out of there with an illegal technique. And you can't be doing that in censoring. Dave Hitchcock was right on it, quite rightly.
Well, I feel it wasn't intentional, but nevertheless he resorted back to his survival skill. And that's what he does fight with. He fights with elbows. He resorted back to that. And there you see the Prince, Amir Shafipour. Have a look at that, ladies and gentlemen, on the ropes, doing the splits, as comfortable as you like.
I didn't even connect, so I don't know what the drama was.
You come back again if given an opportunity?
Yeah, I'd love the rematch with Amir, no problem.
Okay, John Myles from West Australia. Lots of people in Perth watching you, John. You really did a great job there.
Oh, I didn't fight very well at all, really. I can do this better.
Can improve a lot. Okay, John Myles from WA. Michael, Amir bringing him across. Amir?
We see on the replay again the left elbow connecting to the jaw of Amir Shafipour, Mark.
Once again, Myles, I feel he's disappointed in himself for doing it.
Before
And
everyone
unfortunately,
if you can stay
that's the way it went.
2 minutes so I can talk. He put up the good fight. If anyone see me fight here in this country before, I always start slow, but I finish hard. So if the fight being disqualified, and I won the fight, don't think I'm happy and I go home. Oh, no. I was going to enjoy a fight. And I was going to show something you enjoy a fight. He got a Thai trainer. He been trained with armbar, knee. I know that business well too, to throw armbar. But when it's the rules, but it's not armbar, we shouldn't throw any armbar. He tried to me a few times, so it didn't hurt me much, but I mean, the referee have to do that he have. And I thank you, John Myles. He put up the good fight. I think he enjoyed it too. Thank you very much. Nice to see all of you here. I hope I see you again next time. Thank you.
Yeah, just to add to that, what Amir's trying to say, we respect the referee's decision when it goes against us, so we're going to respect it when it goes for us. Like we said, he's fighting again in 4 weeks overseas. If we get a normal cut with normal rules, we can accept that. But if we're going to get cut over the head illegally and lose our contract in America, that's just not smart. So if we wanted an elbow fight, we would have got an elbow fight on contract or a headbutt fight.
Here we see the elbow that ended the fight, the illegal elbow from John Myles, just one more time.
I promise, and headbutts. As long as both parties know that. Thank you.
Michael, well, a bit of eerie silence here at the moment.
Both men just tied up over against the ropes, and there it was by John Myles. Clearly there, no doubt about it, a left elbow. An illegal technique, and Dave Hitchcock stepping in to stop the fight. Well, there you have it, folks. The end of the World Champs Return show here at Melbourne's Town Hall. From myself, Michael Chavello, and Mark the Hammer Castanini, thank you for joining us on this historic night where we saw victory to Tibet Hamza over Daniel Dawson, a KO victory to Gurkhan Ozkan over Mark McCallan, and a disqualification of John Myles over the Prince Amir Shafipour. Until next time on Fox Sports, good night.